There is a moment where they will stop and invite someone over for dinner. And why do you invite people over to eat? Because this is the way you express love. We express love in many ways. The feeling of being together. We have survived in this world for thousands of years with Christians and Muslims only 500 years, but Christians and Muslims and Jews and Hindus, and my God, you've had everything here. You've had Moguls, and you've had so many different nationalities, Portuguese and Dutch and of course the English. It's all, you have to understand where we come from. We all come from that magnetic field. We all come from that one place, back to the Vedas, back to the Upanishads. And we don't know it. It's this ego that keeps, even religion has a lot of ego. Yeah. If you are not my religion, you don't go to heaven. We have that. I think right now, even religion is going a big overhaul.
But please tell us about the energy fields that is created in Islam, which is part of Vedas themselves, and the creation of energy, or your ability to speak the Arabic forms of Islam, is something that you should recite to the people to let them know the knowledge that you have.
Everything, all language comes from the same place.
Yes.
We understand each other. I mean, all of it, every language has its root in the same place. So if we understand each other on the language, on the speaking level, then we really understand each other. We can all speak the language. Then we go into the spiritual. I think this is where you're going. And I find that the Muslim prayers are very scientific.
Do you recite a few of them?
Which one? Well, when you go to Mecca, you have to say labbaik Allahumma labbaik labbaik la sharika labbaik innal hamda wa ni'mata lak wal mulk la sharika lak. I think this is what you want, and this is what you have to repeat. Of course, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. These are the prayers. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. These are things you have to say this one before you eat, and this is wonderful. And the Muslim prayers are probably the most, I think, the strongest of all, because what they do is very scientific, because they bend and they pull in oxygen, and then Christianity holds like this, the hands, whereas the Muslims open the hands and all the energy comes into the hands. I started out being a Christian, and if we understand the Vedas and the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita, we are all Christians, Muslims, Hindus, Jewish. We're all one. We're all the same, and we shouldn't put titles onto it. We should drop these titles. We should drop these delineations and separations, and we should say, I love everybody and they are all fantastic, and because I am you and you are me. Everything inside is just a reflection on the outside. And if I see something that I don't like in someone, I have to say, wait a minute, how is the body going to show me what I should do or what I shouldn't do? It's by looking at that person and saying, not judging that person and not saying he's good or bad, but saying this is something perhaps in me that I may have a tendency that I have to work on to kind of get it out.
With names like Fatima, Lakshmi Priya and Dr. Penni Kangas, you're really embodiment of what religious harmony is. Would you like to tell us about any message to the women of India? I know that you have very strong feelings about women of India.
Yes. First of all, I'm not a women's liberation person. I love femininity, and I don't think in business. I'm chairman of the board of my companies. I think it always is wonderful when you go in as a human being, and if you have something to impart in the meeting, then you have achieved something. Some of the women, perhaps a lot have understood this. Some of us have not, and we are, just like in men, we are out for the power struggle. My thing to the Indian women is that really they're the most beautiful women in the world. And you know I've said that without any Indian women around. I truly believe, and a lot of people believe, that Indian women are the most beautiful. You are so elegant in these saris, you Indian women. You are so beautiful with your long hair and your all of these wonderful jewelries that you wear. Whereas in the West we are in pants and we are, you know, in jeans and things like that. Please, for heaven's sake, stay in your saris. If you want to put on a pair of jeans, but stay in your saris and don't cut your hair, please.
Let us thank you for being with us, and I'm sure that everybody in this program will tell our women about this. Thank you very much.
It's been my pleasure, Rajmohan. Thank you very much.